electric racetrack, and welcome back to Shralp Stories. Today, we're doing another episode of Tech Tips with Uncle Kolty. Right now, Griffin is ripping a backside left. Oh, big hack. Um, World number 2 right there. Fun fact, San Clemente's own. But we're going to teach you guys a little bit about how to deal with crowd in general, but today, how to deal with the WSL Finals crowd. So we got pro guys like Griffin, Crosby, their dad I just saw paddle out. Bunch of other guys, I'm sure, but I haven't seen any others. So now we're gonna go for a shred, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about crowd. All right, I'll see you in a bit. So, as you can see, it was pretty dang tough. In the beginning of that whole surf, it was pretty much Griffin, Crosby, their dad or their buddies getting waves. I mean, they're friends of mine as well, but like, I don't know, they hold it down and they just go or whatever. So, that being said, when the pro guys are out, like Jack Robinson or Griffin or Crosby or anybody, I don't care who it is, you got to just figure that they're going to catch the sets. So, I don't know, just sit on the inside. But for now, I'm going to get out of my weddy and we're going to go home and have a chat a little bit deeper about some tips. So, come on. All right, welcome back to Shralp HQ. So, as I previously stated at the beach, this is the final 5, and all these 5 competitors are competing for a world title this week. So, it's a big deal for them. Obviously, there's bonuses with their contracts, and winning a world title as a professional surfer is the top tier thing that you can do. So, these guys are going to be very focused, very into it, and trying to get the best waves that they can so that they can practice for the event that's coming up here soon. A lot of them have been surfing waves like Tabarua recently. I was talking to Jack Robinson a little bit in the water, and he was saying it's tough going from multiple events all at left-handers and then now coming down here and having to surf a right and a left, or whatever one you choose. So it's tricky going from knifey, small, narrow, barrel wave, good wave boards to more rounder, shorter, thicker boards for a mushy right-hander. So these guys are going to be practicing, dialing in their equipment, and looking for the best waves that they possibly can. So if you're going to paddle out at a place when the Final 5 is going on, you kind of want to pull back a little bit, take your ego out of it, let them get the good waves, and kind of sit more on the inside and try to pick off some of the smaller waves. Now, that being said, there's a lot of crew that wants to come out there and surf with the best guys in the world too, and get to talk to them or see them surf in person and be in the water with them. So that brings a whole nother aspect to the lineup as well. There's a lot of, junior pro surfers or people aspiring to be a professional surfer, or just normal guys that want to surf with those people. So they're going to be battling for those B grade waves as well. And that's where I always say bringing a higher volume surfboard down to catch more waves is definitely something that I recommend in a situation, especially like this one at lowers. I guess for you guys that may not know what the Final 5 is, basically 5 years ago, the WSL changed their program. Before this, 6 years ago, they used to do a buildup of points throughout the year. At each event, you gather points based on what place you finish in the event, and the person at the end of the year with the most points wins the world title. Now they changed it to where they still accumulate points throughout the year. That factors into you getting into the event, the Final 5 event, which is one event with 5 surfers, and those points seed you in that event. So the lowest amount of points in 5th place would have to surf 5 heats. Next guy up, only 4 heats, so on and so forth. John Florence is guaranteed going to get 2nd place at least. Griffin Colapinto is in 2nd place at the moment, so that means he goes up against whoever makes it all the way up to his round, and then he has to make that round to get into the final and surf against John and either get 1st or 2nd. All of us here in St. Clemente and Dana Point, we all are obviously rooting for our hometown hero, Griffin. Think he's going to do good. He seems level-headed and he seems on it. But anyway, back to the lineup. Just be patient. Wait your turn, take your time, and a place like lowers, you kind of have to be aggressive to get a wave, or else everyone's just going to paddle over you and take waves from you. So you definitely got to be on it and be looking for waves when you're out there. But at the same time, when those pro guys are coming around and trying to get a wave, they're very focused, they're very athletic and strong, so they're going to catch waves easier than you. You just got to take your time and know that you probably won't get many waves, but it's still surfing, it's still fun, and you get to see the top guys in the world surfing. So, like I said, there's a lot of guys that want to be there and meet the pro surfers and see them and stuff, and they probably get a lot of that, and it probably gets a little bit annoying when they're trying to be in a clear headspace and train,
most basketball players, soccer, football, whatever, they have like courts that they can go to, and it's quiet, and they don't have fans and cameras and shit in their face. So, it's good to say hi. They're still a person. You want to say hi to them and whatever. It's all good, but don't go over the top. Just keep it mellow. Like, I don't know. Say hi and be like, yeah, good luck this week or something, but don't blow up in their face because they're trying to focus, and it's a big deal for them. Another cool one to bring up is Katie Simmers from Oceanside is in the female world title contendant. Wait, how do you say that? She's a contendant for the world title this year, which is pretty awesome because I don't think anybody from Oceanside has ever even made the world tour, let alone got this close to winning a world title. And USA as a whole in the men's division hasn't won a world title since Kelly Slater in the early 2000s, I think. I want to say like 2010 or something like that. But the women's, Caroline Marks from Florida, as well as Kelly Slater, she just won a world title last year, which is pretty awesome. And she also won Olympic gold this year, which is insane. So she's the second person to win a gold medal in surfing, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, Kelly Slater was the most recent, and before that was Tom Curran. That's the most recent California surfer that's won a world title, and that was in like the 80s or maybe early 90s. So if Griffin Colapinto can clinch a world title, it's going to be a huge deal. No San Clemente surfers ever won a world title. I mean, Caroline Marks technically lives in San Clemente now, but she's from Florida, or from the East Coast, so it's like, I don't know, you can call it what you want, but it's a pretty big deal. And Griffin being in second place, he's got a good shot at it. So it's going to be a fun one to watch this week. I think it looks like they might run it on Thursday. So tune in, WSL, and give it a watch. I might try to get down to the beach and have a watch in person. So maybe we'll film that for you guys for next week, but we'll see. But yeah, be patient. Don't overdo it with the pros, and let them get their waves and ride a high volume surfboard. You're going to have more fun when you surf at lowers during the final five. So anyway, thanks for tuning in this week. Tune in next week for another episode of Tech Tips. I got a big one coming for you, so it's going to be a really good one. Cheers. Have a good one. Oh, wait. I forgot. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if I did something wrong. Tell me if I did something right. Tell me what you might want to see in the next episode. Drop a comment. We always like to hear about it. So thank you guys. Catch you next week.